Okay, hello YouTube. Welcome to the first of hopefully many gameplay analysis breakdowns. Today we're actually going over a gameplay analysis breakdown over one of my recent solo games. I believe this was in Plat. Um, we didn't end up actually winning, but we either got second or got third. I don't actually recall, but I know that this was a very good game. I made plenty of mistakes as I'm 3 years washed, but I still kind of know what to do. It's just there's a lot in the moment, or there's me being too aggressive because I know I'm better than this and I'm just trying to better myself quicker. So you'll see me make a lot of mistakes in this video, but this is mainly to, one, start out the channel, two, show you guys pretty much how these video gameplay analysis breakdown things are going to work that I'm going to do free once a week for anyone. And at some point that may turn into an open commission thing outside the once a week for free. We will see how that goes, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I think I was making fun of one of the champs. So, and I don't necessarily do this, but I highly recommend this in rank. Normally I backdrop, which is basically what I consider like safe dropping, and then I push people after I land. I try not to land with the team because sometimes if you land with the team, there's a good chance that you can 50-50 loot, or someone lands to split, especially if you're solo queuing. And it's very easy to get picked off that way. And if you tune into my streams, you'll see that a lot actually. Map room. Two other teams. No. So right here, this is the most important thing that will fix a lot of people's games is looking around on drop. Especially if you're solo queuing, you want to at least look around on drop because your teammates probably will not, and they probably will not communicate. Just look around, see who's dropping with you, see who's dropping near you. That way you're more aware of what's going to happen when you land and how quickly and what you need to prioritize, a bunch of things like that. Going repulsor though. So we have where's my mouse? We have what looked like nobody going. Three teams. So this is three teams landing here. So this is gonna be pretty crazy hectic. So we need to play pretty safe ideally. I didn't land in a great spot. I'm cooked. I'm so cooked. See me, obviously. Bro, there's nothing. Yep. Alternator. This is what can happen. I can actually use that. So what I'm doing right here is I'm playing slow. I'm still trying to play aggressive because I'm trying to get better. But I'm playing slow. I'm using the door as cover, and I'm peeking through the door here. You can see over here and kind of over here, we can kind of see into this room some. And what that does is it just lets me get a little bit more information before I actually push. And if I'm unaware with the map, it also even lets me figure out where my cover is. Is that Newcastle? So the reason I backed up isn't because I saw anyone in that room, but because I'm hearing audio now. And a lot of times in Apex, and we find this out a bunch, if you play Apex, you can't hear the audio exactly. A lot of times it's they're above you or in front of you. Sometimes it sounds like they're to the right. So a lot of times you want to play safe instead of gamble on, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's in front of me. A lot of times you want to play safe, you want to back up, reposition, get more info on where everyone is, especially because we saw there's three teams. You want to back up, reposition a little bit, and kind of find a different angle than the angle that I had there, especially with it being a closed space. It's very easy for me to get trapped. We're not going to talk about my aim because I am coming back from a 3-year break. That was pretty awful, and I probably shouldn't have even shot that clip because what that did is it just left me open and vulnerable and let everyone else know that there's someone in my vicinity shooting an alternator. I threw that arc star because I missed every shot. So what happens a lot of times is people push you if you miss a bunch of shots because it just means that you're bad. So people try to assert their skill power on you. So, I'm not sure where you're watching this, so you might not be able to hear the audio, but we just got shot in our back from Repulsor. We probably didn't do a good enough job looking at all the teams around us. I probably should have done better about that because there was a team at Repulsor and now they are pushing us and we're playing on the side in between all the teams. So there's 2 or 3 teams fighting in map room now, and there's a team at Repulsor shooting us in the back for free. So we need to change that quickly. Yeah, that's what we should have done right there. I really wanted to third party this because there was way too many teams. See, I knew I heard audio down there, but that guy fried me. I'm actually shocked here that the arc star missed because I didn't hear him move at all. Just kind of looking for information here. Trying to figure out where all the teams are. Where's our teammate? I'm also trying to play with my team a little bit here because I wanted more. I wanted to be able to play around them more. At the very least, they're meat shields to me. Bruh. That team is still holding Repulsor. I mean, they can, so. Why is this guy long range nemesing from back there? Always check your corners. I get free back shots on Newcastle here, so. So, now that. So we just moved like that. I saw my 2 teammates in front of map room right there, facing that one team. I just killed that team. That tells me that map room is clean. We don't have any more teams here. Map room is clean. If there is someone in map room now, it's a rat, but it's highly unlikely that we all 3 swept map room just then and we didn't see anything. So now we're able to kind of capitalize and just focus this team now without any worry on the backside of map room, because what we did is we repositioned when we got shot in the back and then we pinched the other teams. I shot that Mirage for my teammate, make sure he didn't get shot in the back. Dude, there's no. Now that guy fried me through the like shrubs. Through a shrub, this guy beams me. Thankfully, alternator is really good when you're jumping. The spread doesn't spread out as much, so we've now cleared Repulsor and we cleared map room. What we need to do is reposition zone and try to figure out where the rest of the teams are. Where make sure that we're not getting rotated on. All timing and third parties. Yeah, that's crazy. That was a lot of positioning and patience. No, I have to take it before they do. I think that day I played with a couple Lobas, and they definitely place the black market down and they just suck everything up like a vacuum. 301, of course. Light mag? Yeah, there wasn't a good barrel stave in there. I'm AFK, okay. I love to see it. So my teammate at this point typed "I'm AFK" into the text chat, which, considering he's still in zone, is not necessarily great. Through a shrub. Okay, so I think either I pressed a key by accident or my video got corrupted there, but let me fast forward again. Okay. I must have accidentally pressed a key. I think I just saw a moth in my room. Weird. I love that you still can't hang on zip lines. Makes me feel stupid. Damn it. The one thing I came in here for and can't get it. Lucky. So, and this is like super nitpicking. It really doesn't matter that much. Um, Especially because so there's two types of loadouts normally, and it's a all spray loadout, which is normally like an assault rifle, and a mid to close range spray weapon like a Volt or an R9, something like that. Um, that's typically a loadout, and then you'll also have your shotgun rush loadout, which is basically just any shotgun and a good assault rifle that can still do decent damage up close if you need to secure a kill. Um, so that's what I always recommend. I never really recommend two long range assault rifles, though it can work, especially depending on your team and how well you play with your team, or how open the map is. Like on Stormpoint, Stormpoint's a little bit different. A lot of times I do normally actually run double assault rifle because the amount of close range fights that actually happen is very slim. Um, in Kings Canyon, it's a lot more close range building fights that happen. So that's why you see me drop the Hemlock here. Uh, Not only that, but I don't prefer the Hemlock right now. I prefer a lot of the light weapons because they're easier to control for me. And until my aim gets better, it's what I'm going to be focusing on. Nice. Massive. I think. Yeah, I think you just heard me complaining that I should have probably upgraded my 301 back at map room. But yeah. I mean, all blue attachments on a weapon is perfectly fine. I should have no problems really with that. So you see right here, and this is something that needs to happen in a lot of people's games. Not necessarily doing anything, but getting information. So if you are ever on a high ground point, scan everywhere. And I don't mean with the survey beacon or the little thing where you plug yourself in. Just get on a high point at somewhere and just look around. Just look around slowly, thoroughly, look around, see what's been opened, what's been looted. Um, because based off of that, you can figure out where people have rotated to, where people are currently, if people have been there or not, whether or not you need more loot, better guns, whatever, shields, frags, whatever you need. You can figure that type of stuff out by just scanning, and there's a good chance that you even see people and they might be rotating to you, they might be rotating a certain direction. You can figure out information by doing that. It is super foundational, super basic, but it's something that people don't stop to do. And that'll really help improve your gameplay in games like Plat and Diamond. Oh, huge. So, and you'll see me do, like, you'll see my thought process happen here, because what I'm seeing is these bins right here have actually been opened, or these two have been opened, maybe not this one. But then you'll see these are not open, but this door is open, and these doors are open. So you see me basically trying to make sure that nobody's there, and two, uh, figure out what happened, what way they may be rotated. Fully loot this? I guess I just didn't loot the pills. Yeah. stopped giving it too much attention. I double back just to make sure. But I think over these next like couple minutes, I'm still actively thinking about that team that looted that, and I might have just found them. So I'm playing cover here. Yep. It wasn't a bad trade considering I got multiple people shooting at me. We basically cracked each other here. But I saw the team sliding down, so I did back up. Saw my teammate went down. Trying to figure out an advantage I can get. The frag does not hit here. Yeah. What? We traded. We traded. If I was a little bit quicker, maybe I played a little bit more defensively here. I'm pissed. If I played a little bit more defensively there, so here. Let me actually rewind just a little bit. What? So right here, I hit 80. This turns into basically an even fight at this point, especially because he's on the zip. Now he can use zip as kind of an advantage against me, but I'm moving left right now to basically get behind this pole. This pole is my saving grace. Is the only amount of cover here right now. And I know that if I play on this zip, I'm getting shot from above. The only chance that I have here is to basically try to thirst one of them or outplay one of them, weaken their team to where if my teammate's near, which I kind of see is a little close here, uh, it doesn't make the fight awful if he does decide to actually try to like save one of us or something. Um, that's my thought process here, and I know I'm going to die here or very close, so I need to try to outplay. I know that there's no escape right here, so I need to outplay. You see me, I didn't have any momentum, so I jumped to the pole. Now I'm playing the pole. I peek again. I only hit a 16 there, which is unfortunate. He played the pole. Repeak. I should have played a little bit more defensively here because what I did is I moved forward a little bit, and what that did is that actually put my crosshairs in an area where my gun is now actually covering him. So I should have played further back and actually waited for him to peek and reacted that way. So I realistically I could have shot him way earlier, and we wouldn't have traded. I would have gotten my shot off first. I don't know if I would have hit an 80 like I did right here. But we did end up trading. We traded. So I could have played that a little bit better. Thankfully, our teammate's alive. You notice it was kind of a rough fight. AFK teammate, unlucky. I do complain about the teammate here a little bit, but I mean, if he was there with us from the start, we never would have gotten sent. Yeah, because him not being there, his presence not being there, basically let that team slide down for free. I don't know what that noise was, actually. Oh, I think we do get plugged in here. No, that's right. Yeah, he actually chose to wait a little bit because he wasn't sure. I think whether or not he had the heals for it. I guess he didn't want to respawn there. Yeah. It is far zone. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not necessarily upset about it. I understand why he did it. Yes, dude. My games or my thing did it again, where it rewinded like 2 minutes for some reason. That's weird. I actually didn't press anything there, so hopefully these go smoother after this test trial run. He respawns us here. I think maybe he hears people at market, so he knows he can't respawn us over there. Damn, we still got a ways to go. Nice. Take that. Now, I think personally, I probably should have picked up the G7 here. Um, because I think no attachment G7 with the 2X is probably better than a 301 no attachments with 2X. But I'm trying to improve my tracking and my aim more. So I think I just personally stick with the 301 here. You see me get on height here first thing. That way I can make sure I hear everything and make sure everything's safe. Enhance the 301. Get all blue attachments, but my thing rewinds again. Oh, snap. I guess, like, based on what round of ring it is, you get more yeah. And I didn't actually know that until just now, so. Actually, I don't think my video is corrupting. I think that's something to do with my editing system. It only allows for, like, clips of so long to be played before they, like, go into a different clip. Replicator. That's why it's doing that. So you see me here again, scanning for information, looking around, seeing where people are, listening, seeing where I hear audio the most. I heard a team what sounded like on the inside of this wall, so I rotate to get an angle on them. And you see, just then I actually got the Wraith audio cue, so this is the one that tells me that someone is nearby. I'm pretty sure it's still the people that are inside that wall that I estimated where that audio was from, but I'm not 100% sure, and I wasn't hearing any footsteps, so I made sure I looked at the houses, I scanned the houses, made sure I wasn't going to get shot in the back here. This is kind of some slow looting and decision making, but now I stop here and I start scanning because Race passive cue thing, that little audio cue that she does for you, it only extends out so much. So I'm really trying to figure out where these people are because I haven't heard them in a minute. So I'm being very cautious and very thorough here. So shooting them there is a bit questionable, especially because I didn't exactly have a good idea. I didn't really scan for info on the left and right yet. I just kind of assumed that that audio cue was from that one team and that anybody on the left or right would have been shooting at them already. But uh, I ended up shooting at them to basically see what their HP was, see whether or not I could maybe get lucky, get a free knock. I was basically shooting for info to see what they had. I saw they had purple, and there was two of them up there at least. So I stepped away after that. reposition, kind of played with my team a little bit. Nice. Pulled dust. That's good. Yeah. So here you see zone actually pulled to us. We have a Loba market. And this is actually pretty good. You very much need that. So this is a big questionable what I do here. It's really 50-50. It doesn't exactly matter. It matters a little bit because I don't have any info on the market team and the what's directly in front of me. But what a lot of people don't know is there is actually two easy ways up this house, and one is through the inside going upstairs, and the other is actually on the backside up these pipes. And so I actually did this to take cover from that sniper team that I knew was going to rotate in from Relic, because I did not want them to get free shots on me at any point. So I wanted to clear that when I climbed over first. Barrel stave. There is no bats. Interesting. What are you? Yeah. So I don't know if y'all noticed here, but me and my teammates actually swapped places. So I came to check out the Loba market because I thought maybe we were setting up here, and my teammate swapped with me all the way to Relic to shoot at the sniper team. Teammates, they're like, they're there 1 second, and then they abandon me the next, on their own completely. So this wasn't really good shots that I was making here. I knew from the distance, the angle, the amount of cover they had, I knew I wasn't going to be able to kill anyone here. But what this is doing right here is it's letting them know that I see them, that they can't look at me to shoot me for free, because I knew my teammates were kind of not so covered and they were just in that like choke point area at Relic. So I basically shoot to let our presence be known here. That way they cannot shoot back at us. Dude, I am so bad. Holy. Yeah. And you see that they're still rotating here because of that. Our teammate, I think, actually got knocked from a different team. And you see me actually scanning for info over there to make sure that they weren't getting shot in the back. Yeah, so it looks like they postured up on that pillar. Yeah, I come out to check for information. Yeah. So I probably spent too long sitting up there, especially because I knew that there was a team in the back on that pillar, and they're probably looking for free picks now that they know multiple people are shooting us. So I probably spent too long up top, and I probably shouldn't have gone up top from the angle that I did. I probably should have been peeking from the bottom door because only one side of the map is seeing me at a time when I do that. So that would be a much better way for me to be getting information versus going up top where I know that three teams are looking at us, or two at least. Found out here that three teams are looking. This should not have gone off. This res was a bad res. This should not have happened. This should have been inside building res. I forgot I have no heals to be doing this. So heal management is another thing. I actually did a very poor job here. Again, haven't played in 3 years. But you notice here I should not have been peeking, and now my heals are running super low, and our Loba is not placing her black market really at all. So we're running pretty dry on heals. Yep. I'm being helpful. No. I So I meant to crouch, so I took up like less space basically, and what ended up happening is I was mid jump still, so I ended up sliding into zone. Um, I'm looting this box so I can have heals. That almost killed me. I get this med kit off because I knew that we thirsted one of their teammates, so I know that they can't push as probably much as they want. Yeah. So here you see me trying to use the ledge to get up on the building. I just forgot what side it was. Um, so I'm pausing here to explain what is basically my style, and it's a bunch of movement and repositioning. What I normally end up doing, especially when I know I have advantage on someone, is I'll peek from an angle, shoot them for maybe not even half my clip, uh, do some okay damage, and then immediately reposition to a different angle. That way, they don't. It kind of overwhelms them on where they need to be taking cover from, and it lets me just kind of run through them. Yep. So you see, I don't spend too long peeking in any one spot here. And this was kind of bad because I saw the Revenant going upstairs, so I know that I actually should have went upstairs. Um, that me peeking bottom floor there was actually really bad because there's no world in which Revenant actually stays bottom. Uh, Especially because bottom has 3 entries. He goes up top where the rampart walls are. I should have went up top. First peak, especially because I put him to like 20 HP. That should have been the first thing to happen. But uh, basically, I'm trying to get away from the rampart here and get to a different spot in the zone that lets me play high ground a little bit better. I bait them with the portal a little bit here. I punished Rampart for actually grabbing their teammate's banner here, which is good. Yeah. So I was going to heal here, but I just heard that the zone was closing. I wasn't paying enough attention. Heard that the zone is closing. This is the most opportune time, especially because we reposition to get high ground. Now, when they have to rotate, this will be free shots. So I don't bother healing here, even though I think I probably could get away with it. Because the opportunity to kill this team and be done with it is very high here. I'm actually destroying Sheila here so we can take this wide angle on them so we can actually hit their door. Uh, but we just found out here that now Market Team is posted up on top of Market, and they have a Mad Maggie, which is actually really painful for us here. So that's going to end up damaging us quite a bit, and we're not going to be able to stay here very easily. So we hear rampart walls going up, which means either one of two things is that the Mad Maggie team from Market has a rampart and they just rotated in on us, or we somehow missed the rampart and Revenant rotating under us, and now they're setting up. So me and the Ash, I think both over peak here a little bit to basically try to get that information to figure out what's going on. Notice we're still staying on high ground here, so we're not full committing to anything. And if we do get shot at, we're still relatively safe. We're able to go back behind that little pillar, and we'll take at worst just a Mad Mag EQ, and we'll be fine. Yep. So you see here, I remember the market team's there, and we find out that the market team is still there. So the team under us that just set up the rampart walls is definitely Rampart and the Revenant. So that is a 2-man that's under us. Yep. I actually end up beaming the market team here, so I know that now is our best chance to rotate. Even though I'm cracked here, this is our best chance to rotate. And the Rampart team, I tried for the most part to play behind cover of them. And I think that I do that here because I believe they're actually on the ledge right there. So I don't actually think they're capable of shooting. Now, they are capable of shooting over there, though. Yeah. Now, that was tough, and I shouldn't have repeaked. I kind of forgot that Sheila has unlimited ammo to an extent, and I took like several headshots there and instantly lost half my health. So So I have no heals, and I see that both my teammates are down. I don't have port. I have a mobile respawn beacon for cover, and that is about it. So right now, I'm really just hoping that this other team engages this team off of those knocks, and something happens. I go for a Loba res here because getting Loba up could mean the difference. She was actually nice enough to give me a bat here, which is really good. It's been stressful. I managed to land a couple shots there. I try to deploy the mobile respawn beacon here for a little bit more cover. It's not much by any means, but it is something extra. Yep. Nice. No, yeah, so that was a little bit unfortunate there. The Mad Maggie Q that killed me just on impact alone. I thirsted that guy not only for our KP, but to try to get an armor swap so I wouldn't have to worry about trying to heal because I knew I had no health here. I believe that that's probably fine, especially seeing the Mad Maggie ball drop down on us and instantly kill me. It probably was the right decision to make that here. Got naded. I try to shield for my teammate here. He jumps off anyways. But we ended up getting second here because he actually killed the other people, or the Rampart team actually killed those other people, um, and we were pretty active that game. We ended up getting a good bit of KP. I don't actually remember what the score was, but second place with a very active game was not bad. And it was a stressful last game, especially because our Lobo is not putting down black markets anymore for some reason, and it was really preventing us from getting those supplies and being able to sustain us a little bit more. Uh, Overall, not too bad. I really expected to do a little bit more editing and circling, but I explained my gameplay fully. Uh, and yeah, so again, if you're not sure how this works, I'll be doing one of these a week for absolutely free, where I break down gameplay analysis, what probably could have happened here, what I think you might do a bit differently, or what my process would be in that situation, and where I might change things or your options to change things. So be doing one of those a week for free starting after this week. So if you have any games that you would like to see some gameplay analysis or breakdowns of, just drop a YouTube comment below, link me a video, or send a DM on Twitch and link me your video there, and we can try to work something out. And yeah, so without further ado, that was gameplay analysis breakdown numero uno, or one. And peace. Love you guys.